Today is the 5th of February 2024, and this will be our 46th video on some of the past papers and possible questions you might expect in your exams. Okay, thank you everyone who have subscribed to our channel. I really appreciate that a lot, and thank you for the new subscribers. Okay, I appreciate it a lot. And please share if you watch the video and it's helping you. Share if you know somebody who is going to do their exam this year or next year. Share with them. Okay, like it, follow it, leave us nice comments. Okay, it will be very much appreciated. In the comment section you normally see please follow my notes / scripts. Okay, these are notes I have just done myself. Okay, these are questions I've carefully gone through the past papers to look at them, some of them to solve it for you, okay, so that you can watch it for your revision. So please, for instance, this is 10. So if you hear one, please go by what is on the note, especially if the pen is pointing here. That is why. Okay, that is 8. That is a minus. Okay, that is 5y. Beware of scammers. Okay, they are becoming more sophisticated by the day. All they want is money. If somebody start asking you for donation, for orphanage, for seriously ill people, for amputees, okay, we know these people exist. Okay, and there are organizations that have been set up that reach them better than individuals. Okay, so if there is a one like that and they've advertised, we can all help. Okay, but assuming a lone person is contacting you with foreign numbers under this platform, we don't do that on this platform. Okay, they are becoming more sophisticated by your day, so I'll just ask you to be careful. If you've not heard it in my video, it's not coming from me. If it's been edited, most of you are pro in these things, you would find out. But even if it's edited, leave it in the comment section and ask. Okay, I'm not asking for donations. Recap. Watch last video for recap. Okay, the questions that we are looking at are very interesting. I think simple but a little bit tricky. Okay, so if I have to say something, I say it in respect to that question. So please watch last video for recap. It will help you a lot. Now, today's example is a higher non-calculator paper. You don't need a calculator to do this. Okay, so example, solve for y. Okay, now they've given you, it's from a higher paper. I was surprised because I think foundation students should be able to do this. It's just a one variable y. Okay, 5y minus 8 equals y plus 10. Okay, Okay, so now we are going to try and move the y's to one side and the numbers to one side. Then we can solve for y. Very easy, I think. Okay, but if you are still struggling with this type of question at this stage, please go back and watch our algebra series, because there I really took time to explain some of these things. So here 5y is plus here, so if it moves to the other side it will become minus. So straight away we have 5y minus y, which will give us 4y. Remember, you are not allowed to use the calculator. And then on this side is 10. Now on the opposite side of the equal sign you have minus 8. So if minus 8 moves to the right hand side, it becomes plus 8. So now you have 4y equals 18. So we solve for y, so we divide both sides by 4. So y equals 18 divided by 4. If you have it, you have 9 over 2. So you can leave your answer as 9 over 2 or 4.5 or 4.5. Okay. Now, as I said, you can go back and watch the algebra series. Okay. Here we've not been told how to leave y. So if it's a top heavy fraction, you leave it as 9 over 2. If it's a decimal, it will be 4.5. If it's a mixed fraction, it will be if it's a decimal, it will be 4.5. If it's a mixed fraction, it will be 4.5. Okay, so take note. If they haven't specified, I would just leave it as 9 over 2 and continue with the rest. Okay. Now, as I said, if you are still struggling with this type of question, then please go back and watch the algebra series, because even there we did more complex questions than this. Now today we have circle and angles. We've done a lot of this. Angles, circles, okay, angles on the circumference, angles on the center. Okay, so this is a higher non-calculator paper. Okay, so they said let O, and it's not to scale. My diagram is not to scale. Okay, so let O, this O here, be the center of the circle. Find the angle A. So they've given the angle at the center, and they want you to find the angle A here. No, they've given the angle on the circumference there at 65. Okay, and they want you to find the angle at O. Okay, now the angle at the circumference, okay, this is not quadrilateral. Okay, this is a four-sided figure. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the angle at the circumference is 2 times the angle on the center. Okay, so if that is 20, that will be 40. If that's 60, that will be 120. Again, it's not to scale. So they gave us this diagram, and we are asked to find the angle A. So if this is 65, I wrote it here because it looks, it's not a bit clear here. So if that is 65, 65 times 2 at O will be 130. Okay, so now they've given us some answers: 115, 130, 135, 295, and they ask us to circle the right answer. So I circled that. Okay, this is another past paper. Okay, the same thing. Look at it, they look similar. It's case that one is inverted and one is upright. Okay, so here that is 35, so straight away that will be 70. Okay, so B will be 70 because that is 35 on the circumference. So in the center it will be 35 times 2. Okay, so B here is 70. Again, find C. Okay, look at it again. They've given you C here on the circumference, and the angle at the center is 110. So straight away C will be 110 divided by 2. 100 divided by 2 is 50. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So you are not allowed the calculator. So that angle C is 55 here. Okay. On the non-calculator paper, they'll always give you figures that you can easily work with. Okay, so if you are working with complicated numbers, then you might have to go back and check your method. Now another example, non-calculator paper. Okay, find the angle at the center O here is 30. Okay, so the angle on the the angle at the center O is 60 degrees. So the angle on the circumference will be 60 divided by 2, which is 30 degrees. Remember your degrees, please. Okay, I realize sometimes I say sometimes, but always remember your unit. This is not in degrees as in temperature. This is in degrees as in angles. So please remember to put it there. Okay, now this is a higher non-calculator paper. Look at this figure here. Okay, this is to do with the angle at the center and the angle on the circumference. Okay, now this is to do with, it's still a circle, but you have a quadrilateral, and they're asking you questions concerning the two opposite angles. So this angle here is opposite to this one, and that angle is opposite to the angle. 85 at this angle should give you 180. Okay, by now you should know that. If you don't know it, go back and watch the angle series. Okay, so 85 plus something should give us 180, and it's easy to find. So E is 95. Okay, so look at the diagram again. Now they've given you all these answers. They say circle 1. So you circle 1. All the other questions that we've looked at today, they will give you 4 possible angles and they ask you to circle it. Okay, after explaining the first one, I didn't see the point writing them. So if this is circle or underline, just do what they've asked you to do. So here, 85 add 95, okay, will give you 180. Okay, so here again, you don't need the calculator to do this kind of work. Now, here again, look at it. Similar question, higher non-calculator. Okay, these questions always come. They always come. Look at it. Two opposite angles in a quadrilateral fitted in a circle. Okay, so something at 112 will give you 180, which you can easily do without a calculator. Okay, so what you add to 112 to give you 180. So 112 when you add 68 will give you 180. So F straight away is what? 168. Look at it again. Okay, a couple of videos back. Look at 12 and look at 8. That is 20. So when you add 12 to 8, you get 20. Okay, and then add 60 is 180. So you can easily do that using mental maths. Okay, or 2 to 8 is 10. Okay, so or you add 8 to 12 is 20. Add 60, you get 68. Whichever way you look at it, you should be able to do this as quickly as possible. Some of these questions, I guess a mark or two, but if you get 2 of these type of questions in the exam, that is 2 marks. That can push you into a C, into a B, into an A, or into an A star. Okay, now similar question, 4-sided figure fitted in a circle. Now we want the opposite angles. If that is 75, then 180 minus 75 equals G. So 5 add 75 is 80, add 100 is 180. So G here now is 105. There you go. So 180 minus 75 will be equal to 105. So this angle here, again, not to scale, is 75. It's 105. If this is 75, then that is 105. Again, remember your units. Now this one also, okay, is a higher non-calculator paper. Now find H. Okay, so here I'm just showing you similar questions, which are possible questions that you can see. Okay, now a quadrilateral fitted in a circle. Okay, the opposite angles should add up to 180. Okay, so here again, what do we add to 103 to give us 108? So 3, when you add 77, you get 180. So straight away, your answer is 77. Okay, as in degrees. 77 as in degrees. Always remember your units. Okay, so today these are higher paper questions. Most of them carry a mark or two, but you can easily do them to get it. And all these three um, types of questions, they were in one paper. So that will be 3 marks. And you don't need a lot of time doing this, even though you don't have a calculator. You can quickly do this on top of your head and just move on to the next question and save time for the more complicated questions. Okay, so what have we done today? In a starter, everything we've done here today are higher non-calculator paper. So I showed you an algebra question. Okay, simple and short. You don't need to stress on this. Okay, I showed you a similar um, angles fitted into a circle. Okay, the angle at the circumference is half the angle at the center. By that principle, you can either find the angle at the circumference or the angle at the center. And then I went on to show you questions where they'll either ask you to circle, they'll give you, like here, they'll give you 4 possible answers, ask you to circle. So this is one of them, the opposite angles in a quadrilateral fitted in a circle. Okay, with a radius we don't know, adds up to 180. So here, if 180 and I take 5 off, then I'm left with 95. Okay, if I take 5 off 100, then I'm left with 95. That is why I circled 95 here. Okay, so simple and short. Okay, so please go back and watch the videos, especially, I can't stress it enough, I think I like the non-calculator paper because the calculator is not there to distract you where you have to be looking for functions. Especially, most people are always using their phone calculators, so the calculator is not there to distract you, so you can work your way in, and most of the numbers you'll be working with are things you can do on top of your head. Okay, so, and with that you can collect as much marks as possible to push you up or to add to the calculator paper and the other papers, the third one, which will give you a good grade. Okay, at the end of the day, even though we are learning, we also want to pass. So it's not just about learning, it's also about getting the grade you need to move to the next step, maybe an apprenticeship, an access course, or maybe do whatever you want to do. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Please subscribe, share, like, follow, nice comments, avoid scammers, and follow my notes, okay, and scripts. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.